Disneyland, our live stream drive to Disneyland. We're gonna just back out of our driveway here and get on our way. Maybe somebody will join. This is unannounced live stream. Just it's kind of a rainy day outside.
It's too early, huh?
It's not too early. It's what time is it right now? Oh my goodness.
For live streaming, it's early.
There's no such thing as too early for live streaming.
Well, I guess that's me. Seatbelt, seatbelt.
Safety first, people. Safety first. Put your seatbelt on, woman. Okay, so we are on our way to Disneyland. We are going to be heading out to the Food and Wine Festival of Disneyland, and we're going to do a live stream tomorrow. We're going to talk about, you know, our experience there and stuff, and if we like the food and everything. And usually we're 50-50 on the food. I've seen some pictures already of some of the food, and it looks great. Now, hopefully, it's just as flavorful as the pictures look, because last time, actually, for Festival of Holidays, when they had all the food booths out, we thought it lacked just a little bit of flavor. Because for food and wine, you want something that's like pow, like wow, you know,
how?
Pow,
and what?
Wow, and exciting and just crazy and like
with salt,
full of flavor and just yeah. I love salt, so I can never say might be too much.
I'm not a big salt fan.
Yeah,
I like it, but
it's raining, and it's only supposed to rain for like maybe the next hour or so. It's a little sprinkle here and there right now, and we think it's gonna be just a real light sprinkle, but hopefully it doesn't rain on us. If it does, we'll just find shelter and drink a few beers or a margarita or a glass of wine or
gluten-free
or something. I don't know if you're gonna be gluten-free today.
It's so hard, you guys. You know, I'm supposed to be gluten-free. I really try, and Disneyland has and DCA has a ton of gluten-free options. I mean, literally a ton of gluten-free options.
About a ton.
Well, they have a lot more than most places.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a selection, but it is hard when you want to participate in food and wine. Like I do have, I'm very sensitive, so I can tell when I breathe wheat. But I'm fortunate enough that the symptoms that I get, they are bothersome, but it's not where I'm going to end up in the hospital or anything like that. So that's lucky. But do you guys want to say something? Do you like these?
What are those?
I made my food and wine ears. I made my food and wine ears last night. Look.
Is that a cork?
It's a cork. I cut a cork in half. And these are wine corks. And I put this cute little embellishment on the ears.
Wow.
Aren't they adorable? Now, I'm not very happy with the color of the ribbon, but that's what happens when you do things last minute.
I know. I went to work and I come home and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and who's making ears? This one.
This gal.
Who wants to go to bed? This guy. Who gets to sleep right away? Not this guy.
So this was my tester pair. I bought enough fabric to do about 6 pairs or 7 pairs of ears. But I am going to make another pair with the color of ribbon that I originally wanted, but I just didn't have that color ribbon at home, and see how they turn out. But I'm in love with my ears. I'm in love with my ears. I'm in love with my ears.
So I think for Food and Wine Festival, I'm most excited for. Sorry, I just jumped from your ears right back to Food and Wine Festival.
He doesn't care what I talk about. He doesn't listen.
Well, I like that you make your own ears. I think you have creative ears. I think you have good ears. I don't like that I have to buy you ears at the park, so I'd rather you make the ears, because it's probably, hopefully, less money for me, maybe?
It is. This one was only a little bit less, because I had to buy everything. I didn't have the supplies already at home. But that's okay. And I bought way too much fabric. Had I bought the right amount of fabric, and had I have been smart and bought the ribbon the day before at my place of employment that sells ribbon, and I get 30% off, these probably would have cost me $5.
Well, I like that better than the $25 at Disneyland, that's for sure.
But because I overbought in fabric, and the roll of ribbon was $7, which is ridiculous to me, because I can get the roll of ribbon 100 yards or 50 yards of this 3 or 4 inch ribbon for like $4 or $5. No, we'll say $5 or $6 at 30% off, but I didn't do that. So and I bought way too much fabric, but it's worth it.
Is it?
It's worth it so I could walk around the Food and Wine Festival like, I got my ears.
And have people be like, oh, look at your ears. Where'd you get those ears?
I love the wine cork, though. I love the wine cork.
Yeah, the wine cork is the added bonus, I think, to it. Because some might go, what are those? And they're wine corks. Like me. I was like, what are those? They're wine corks. But with the little wine cork on the front, that definitely adds to the...
yeah. And then
I like the red. I think the red pops.
Well, I think the red does. I just wanted more of a burgundy. Like a Merlot color, or, you know, burgundy versus a red. But
you don't know.
When you do things last minute and you're trying to buy all the material within 15 minutes, you get what you get.
I guess so.
And you throw a fit.
So, back to Food and Wine?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
and my ears, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, I don't know.
You're looking forward to something special that you saw.
I am looking forward to the jalapeno bacon mac and cheese. So every Food and Wine, they have some sort of mac and cheese. And sometimes it's...
This last time it wasn't great, but the time before that it was really good.
Really good. Really I can't remember what it was. It was like the 3 cheese, or it was something that was on there. It wasn't the bacon one. The last time they had like a bacon mac and cheese thing.
It fell flat.
It fell flat on its you know what. But this time, and then they had like a 3 cheese mac and cheese type stuff that was delicious. I think that's the one. And then this one's going to be like a jalapeno bacon mac and cheese. I've seen pictures of it. It looks yummy, but we'll find out. We'll figure it out once we get there if it is yummy or not.
We're going to figure it out?
Well, we will figure it out because we're going to be eating it. And then it'll be like, oh, this sucks.
I don't know if it's yummy. It is yummy. I can't figure it out. Is it or isn't it?
So
help me.
Yeah, help you. Yeah.
I've only had 1 cup of coffee.
Oh, but what you will like, though, is they have a salmon, pokey, spicy dish and the spicy thing, too. Along with your spicy jalapeno margarita. So...
you know, at the, what was it, the Lunar New Year?
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely loved the pork bow. There was this little thing and sticky rice. Sticky rice.
You like the sticky rice?
Yeah, the pork sticky rice thing was so amazingly good.
Delicious. Yes, it was good. But, well, we're almost at Disneyland, so...
We're not almost there.
Well, okay,
we have 5 more minutes. I love the Food and Wine festivals. I love it. I'm sorry, I think I hijacked it.
I'm sorry. Most people, 5 minutes is almost at Disneyland. Most people have to travel, like, fly for 8 hours, or 5 hours, or 3 hours, or come from overseas. We just get to drive a 15-minute drive, and we're there.
8 minutes now from here to there, right? It's about 8 minutes.
No, we're 8 minutes into our drive from backing out in our driveway. We're about... I'm going to take a little bit of the long way just in case they close the entrance to the parking structure.
Why would they do that? It's so early.
You know, it's the city of Anaheim. They do what they do. They close... Basically, the city of Anaheim sometimes will close the entrance to the parking structure to reroute the traffic to the other parking lots. So then Disneyland has to use their bus service, which Disneyland rents out. I mean, the buses... The buses look like Disneyland buses. They're all Toy Story'd out and everything, but they're actually the drivers and stuff and they're rented from the city of Anaheim. So that's the only reason I can think that why the city of Anaheim reroutes the traffic. And people always think it's Disneyland, but if you've contacted Disneyland, you know, they're like, we're not in charge of that. The city of Anaheim reroutes them.
Super smart.
Well, it's super smart for the city, but it's a super pain because when they reroute the traffic on a busy day, you're stuck down the back way of Disney Way, all the way to Catella, up to the right on Harbor. It adds basically a half hour to your parking time.
I will say, I like taking the Toy Story. I like parking in the Toy Story parking lot.
I don't.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Because he likes to go on the tram.
I like the tram. It's so much fun.
And sometimes I don't want to be bothered with all that. I like going to the Toy Story parking lot, getting on my car, and leaving. Sometimes I just don't like dealing. I don't like dealing with the congestion of the Disneyland parking structure. I will tell you, if it's nighttime, and I know this is just me, and it's just a weird thing, it gets so congested. If I go by myself, I prefer the Toy Story parking lot because coming out of Disneyland sometimes, out of the parking structure, it can be a challenge. You have to be very aggressive to get all the way over in the right-hand lane to make the right so you don't end up on a freeway. And for me, I don't like doing that with all the crowds when it's really busy, especially at night. So if I go by myself, I do prefer the Toy Story parking lot because it's just easier for me.
Yeah, and I have to say
that less stress.
That is the downfall if you're staying all day or staying towards the evening time. Once those, right now they don't have any parades or fireworks, but once those parades and fireworks end, it's like the exodus of Disneyland, and it's a massive wait for the tram. But you can always walk back to the parking structure, which I don't mind too much. But most of the time we go early enough and we leave early enough to where you're literally getting on the first tram that comes up to the spot. Yeah. Every once in a while when we're with friends or if we decide a night trip or something, okay, we have to go through that. But usually my tram experience is like the other day I went to Disneyland for 2 hours, and then I was probably one of like 5 people on the tram going back to the parking structure. So there's no wait, there's nothing. It's just like hop on and go, which was great.
Maybe one day I'll vlog the Toy Story parking lot.
Yeah, and now it's kind of weird because they're building the second parking structure right next to the parking structure. So the tram route has been rerouted. Weird. Yeah, well, because they need more parking.
I know I've heard this before, but I don't know. Everything's new to me.
Yeah, they've already rerouted the tram route. It's actually going the opposite direction it used to travel. So they drop you off on the left and they pick you up on the right, and it's so you're getting in and out of the tram in a different way. The security post is actually under the parking structure now instead of outside of the parking structure. So Becky's gonna see it. She's like, "Oh, what?" She's gonna see it when we get there. I'll probably maybe I'll throw a picture up on Snapchat or on Instagram stories or something. But yeah, so they had to reroute the tram because they need room for all the construction that's going on to build the parking structure, which I think will be nice when they get the second parking structure open. Hopefully it's easier to get in and out of there too, because sometimes getting out at night, when you leave late at night, there's so much traffic. But
do you think the second parking structure is gonna have that silly special parking thing?
What silly special parking?
If you pay extra, you get the special parking. That doesn't make any sense.
Preferred parking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they sucker people into that all day, that preferred parking.
Do you think that second parking structure will have that?
It was funny because people were paying preferred parking. When I went the other morning, I was literally 5 stalls away from preferred parking.
Yeah.
So they saved, what, 10 seconds off their time?
Yeah.
They had to pay an extra, what, 15, 20 bucks?
And the sad thing is that if you're not, you know, a normal Disneyland goer, meaning you're not frequenting Disneyland, or if it's your first time and you're, you know, what do you call a tourist or what have you, first time at Disneyland, you don't know that. So you think, hey, I'm going to pay this $35 so I can get my family in the park, you know, without the hassle and faster.
Yeah.
And then they gyp you. They gyp you. Don't do. I guess they could do the preferred parking, but
you still have to wait in the long lines for the tram if there are long. You have to wait in the same line as everybody else for the tram. You're pretty much saving depending on where.
5 minutes.
If that, like I said, like sometimes regular parking is right next to it, so
the only thing that's gonna happen is you might park at the end, and that's like what, an extra 3 to 5 minute walk. So I don't think it's worth, unless you have people that are in wheelchairs, or you think they have handicap parking, but if they don't have a handicap parking sticker, or if you have if you're on crutches or something like that, or small kids, then I could see that. But it's
I still don't because it's still
no. I mean, if they're in a wheelchair or on crutches or something like that, then maybe. But it's really only saving you a 5 minute walk. So I wouldn't pay. If knowing what I know now,
at most it's saving you a football field, 100 yards.
Yeah,
I mean, literally, it's
if I knew what I know now, I wouldn't pay that extra $35. $35 can buy you snacks. $35 can buy you a pair of ears, not these ears. $35 can get you drinks, and
you can do a lot with $35.
Yeah, you can do a lot with $35, and $35 is money at Disneyland. You know, it costs a lot to go and to eat and to enjoy. So if you can save an extra $35 and just walk 5 minutes, I say walk 5 minutes. You're going to be walking all day anyways.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Basically, is what we just said in the last 3-minute conversation. Yeah, it's not worth it.
An hour to say don't get preferred parking.
Don't spend the extra money.
Preferred parking, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down. Now, if they move preferred parking to the end of downtown Disney or somewhere close by, closer than the parking structure, that would be great. That would be worth it for people who want to spend that extra money and not have to deal with the tram or deal with everybody else. But otherwise, not worth it.
Not worth it.
Okay, I'm like, oh, like there's sun reflection going on me right now. Oh, God is speaking to me.
Hey, that's your second a God reference and Exodus reference, which I imagined all the Disney goers walking out of the desert, walking out of Egypt into the wilderness.
Okay, let's not get too crazy now.
Well, you said the Exodus. My brain was like Exodus, and I started imagining it all.
Okay, so we are getting really close to Disneyland here, and I don't want it to cut out anymore. Last time we were doing the live stream, we were going to put pulling in the parking structure, and it was gonna cut out. We ended abruptly.
Speed racer around this corner.
I know, I can't help myself. You drive a Mustang, you just want to go fast sometimes. But we want to thank you guys for watching this live stream. We want to thank you for joining us. We'll be doing a live stream tomorrow with Michelle. I'm going to definitely be recording
Michelle, Pepper Foo.
all the food and wine.
Oh, wait, can
We're
I
going to
show
be
them
making
something
multiple
else?
videos from the food and wine event.
I need to show them something else.
And she needs to show you something else. I don't know what
Where
it
is
is.
it? Where
We were
is
about to
it?
sign off, and now we're not
Look.
gonna sign off because she's gonna show you.
Look at my cozy.
She has a cozy, people. She has a cozy.
Eeyore. It has an Eeyore. Look at this cozy. Isn't that adorable?
It's adorable.
They can see that on my blog.
Okay, you can watch her blog at Beloved One on YouTube. Just type in Beloved One, the word one, not the letter, not the number, the letter.
It's one word, Beloved One spelled out.
And you'll just see her face right there on it. And check her out. Check us out on a Slice if you're not already subscribed. If you want to see all the food and wine videos coming up, they'll be posting the next week. And we'll probably catch you next time if I can get this thing to turn off.
I'll do it.